greatest challenge isn't that we don't know what to do, it's knowing exactly what to do and still not doing it.
Broadband consciousness. The one secret that took me from a dead-end job as a forklift driver to working full-time from home doing what I love. Transforming people's lives, working with celebrity clients and influencers, and manifesting large sums of money. 8 years ago from today, the day that I'm recording this video, I attended a very powerful workshop called Broadband Consciousness. And this particular event that I went to cost me £3,000 to attend for this 5-day workshop. And it was run by a couple called Liz Ivory and Richard Wilkins. And they teach this philosophy that is extremely powerful that I think you might like to know about. It was an immersive event that changed my life forever. And during this 5-day event, we was immersed in an environment where we were literally conditioned to realize something extremely powerful about ourselves. Now, it's been 8 years since I've been to this event, and during that time, I've been studying personal development, personal growth, and spirituality, and nothing comes close to what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video and what I learned at this event.
That's what most people feel like that. You know, one of the guys that did our course, he drew that, and you've got a man there with a heart. There's still something missing. What is it that's missing? Why don't I feel complete? And all these symbols around it represent all the courses they've tried and all the books. All well-intentioned, you know, I mean, personal development that started out years ago, in a way, it's got a lot to answer for. Because, you know, they've told us all we've got to be happy and positive, and if we're not, our life's not working and it's not successful. That's crap. What for you, how do you know when you've reached a level which you would call success? Do you know what will happen? And you wouldn't want to take a pop shot at it? What would happen to you? Yeah, feel good. Someone said that's what's going to happen. You will feel successful. What a joke! So what we're doing in life, we're thinking, I've got to do that, got to be slimmer, got to lose more weight there, got to get more money here, get the bid, to have a feeling that's already inside us. That is unacceptable for me.
This teaching puts a glitch in the matrix and allows you to transcend your current reality and create a new reality for yourself time and time again. And it allows you to achieve your goals without trying. This can literally be used for anxiety, procrastination, for people who are not following through on their goals, and much more. So first, before I share this with you, let's talk about the 4 sentences that will absolutely transform your life when used correctly. When you speak these sentences, it allows you to literally break the matrix and step into your true self and help you manifest your ideal reality. And those sentences are: number 1, that's not me. Number 2, you can do whatever you want. Number 3, that's the script. Number 4, you are not the body, you are not the mind. Now, you don't have to remember these sentences because I've placed a download below in this video where you can download the PDF, print it off, and be able to use these statements every single day. So let me explain to you how to use these sentences. There's 4 things that you're going to be learning in this video, and you've got to apply all of them in order for this to work. The first step here is defeating the internal dialogue. The internal dialogue is the number 1 challenge that we have in life, whether we believe it or not. What's going on in between our head, the voice in our head. It tells us things that we can't do it, or we can't achieve it, or I'm ugly, or I'm fat, or I'm overweight. Whatever it says a whole bunch of stuff to us. It's not possible. That gives us anxiety. And this is the number 1 thing that we need to overcome in order to really make progress in our lives without trying. What we tend to do is try to will ourselves past this internal dialogue. We try to use force and push ourselves and hustle and grind and try to make the reality that we want happen. Some of us will even try to visualize past this internal voice. Some of us will try to do affirmations, and the internal dialogue is fighting you saying those particular affirmations. And so this part of our brain, or our brain, is constantly trying to protect us from danger. So whenever we try to share something new with it, it's on defense. And so we need to be able to transcend the mind. We need to be able to defeat the internal dialogue. Now, like I've said, it's been 8 years since I've been to this particular workshop, and only a few people come close to this specific teaching. And I'll share those people with you now real real quick. Dr. Amy Johnson, Sadhguru, and Eckhart Tolle. Now, there are others that talk about this specific topic, but they're not as big in the industry, I guess. And we also need to understand that this teaching is so fundamental, is so powerful that it's not big. Anything that's big, usually what I found personally, almost doesn't work consistently or doesn't work over the long run. Because personal development and spirituality oftentimes is an industry, and the industry needs to make money. And so if everybody is fixed, then there's no more industry. So this kind of stuff kind of gets looked over and people don't take it seriously. Remember, I paid £3,000 to learn this information and it transformed my life. So how do you defeat the internal dialogue? And that moves on to step number 2, which is stepping into who you really are. So remember the sentences that I told you? That's not me. You can do whatever you want. That's the script. You are not the body. You are not the mind. That's the script. I also learned from broadband consciousness. You can do whatever you want is something that I created myself. And then the last one is from Sadhguru. You are not the body. You are not the mind. So when we are stepping into who you really are doesn't have the voice, doesn't talk. It's just pure consciousness, pure awareness. And you may have heard of this concept before, but we need to build the muscle, which is what I'm going to be talking about next, in order to constantly be in that state or be in that state more consistently, because we are overrun by the mind. So whenever you have a negative thought or a negative emotion in your body, you can say, that's not me. You can do whatever you want. You're telling your brain, you're giving it instructions that you can do whatever you want. You can feel whatever you want. You can think whatever you want. I'm not engaging with you. I'm not making what you're thinking and what you're feeling really important, because the more important you make your thinking, your thoughts, and your emotions, the more it's going to take over your body and the more you're going to identify with it, which perpetuates creating a reality that you don't want to create for yourself. But if you're in God level awareness and you're stepping back and you're realizing who you really are, then you can take back your power, because what we got to understand is everything that you're feeling and thinking is a concoction of your past, is a whole ton of memory. It's in the past. It's in your brain. It's like data on a memory card, and your body is sort of putting you in alarm to make you recognize that you could be in potential danger, or you're doing something wrong, or you're heading in the wrong direction, or whatever it is. But the more that we gravitate to this negative feeling or negative emotion, the more that we identify with it, again, it's causing you to go off track. So let's say I have a thought about someone and I recognize that I had that thought about someone. I can say, that's not me. My brain did it, not the me, I am presence, what people say, I am presence, God level awareness, the truth, consciousness, spirit, whatever name or label you want to put on it. It's not saying that. It's just pure unconditional love flowing through you all the time, every time. And we can easily go back there if we allow ourselves to. We allow ourselves to be free in that energy, in that peace, in that love, in that equanimity. And as soon as you say, that's not me, it puts you back into that awareness. Does that make sense? Or if you say you can do whatever you want, you're telling your brain you can do whatever you want, and you're sort of speaking from the higher self, or that awareness, or that God level awareness, whatever name or label you want to put on it. Does that make sense? When you say that's the script, you're saying that's the script of the past. That's the book. It's almost like you're reading and engaging in a book, and you're watching the past. You're reading the script. And so you say that's the script. You're realizing, hey, that's the past. That's not you. That's not who you truly are. When you say you are not the body, you are not the mind, again, it puts you back into awareness. So if you're not your feelings, and you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, what are you? You are the I am presence, you are God level awareness, you are consciousness, you are the higher self. Now we are back in the level of love, or the level of presence, or the power of now. Which moves on to step number 3, which is building the muscle. You see, you can't just do this once or twice and expect it to work forever. We have to develop a habit of going back into this space of peace, space of harmony, this space of recognizing your thoughts and emotions. And I can tell you, it can be really difficult, because sometimes we have intense emotions. We have emotions that stop us from getting something done, like procrastination, like a huge resistance. We have anxiety and these feelings of fear and doubt, and they can take over our whole body. But what if you built the muscle so strong that when you feel that feeling, there's no importance around it, and it doesn't faze you as much, and it just kind of fades away like a cloud going through the sky? You see, you are a constant. You are the sky, and you are constantly in this form of awareness. However, we engage with the clouds so much, we engage with the problems in our life so much, we think we are the feelings, we think we are the thoughts, we think we are the emotions. And ultimately what that does is it brings us down. It lowers our vibration and it prevents us from accessing our full potential. Now, this is something that you don't want to force, right? You don't want to push, because then you're back in the mind. God level awareness and this presence is not trying to force anything. It's just there constantly. We don't force ourselves to blink. We don't force ourselves to breathe. We don't force ourselves for our heart to beat. These things are happening automatically. Even sometimes when you're driving home from work, you don't even remember the journey home from work. Like, you totally went somewhere else. You was very present and aware. Maybe you was thinking about some stuff, I don't know, but you sort of disappeared. And this is the state of awareness or God level presence. And when we take action in this space, we can be more consistent, because we're not allowing our feelings to prevent us from moving forward. We can set the goal, we can enjoy the process to get into the goal, and be consistent over the long run and get to the goal, get to the actual goal and get it into fruition. Whatever one of these statements is favored to you, or maybe you want to create your own one that allows you to get into that state, the more that you get there, the more that you build the muscle, the more that you are no longer fazed by your emotions as much or your thoughts as much, and you don't allow them to swing your energy into the wrong direction. You can keep your system in harmony, and over time, it's almost as if the ego dies down. It stops trying to fight you and prevent you and protect you from making progress towards your goals and the things that you want to create for yourself. The last one here, number 4, is we need to understand that the personal development, spiritual industry is a tool, and it's a tool to this. This is the foundation. We are all learning this personal development stuff without the foundation. We've got to understand that it's never going to fix you. It's never going to solve your problems, because there's always another problem. The mind is very complex and very deep, and we have to understand it's infinite. There's always another challenge. There's always another anxiety. There's always another subconscious block. There's always another whatever. And so isn't it better just to transcend the mind and step back into who you already are, and being aware of all of that and not allowing it to phase you, building the muscle and having so much strength, having so much awareness that you're just in that energy. You're there. You've arrived. You don't have to get there. You don't have to fulfill the void within. You don't have to become somebody. You don't have to chase the dream. You don't have to do any of that anymore, because you feel whole and complete already where you are, where you stand right now. There's no there to get to. And this is the key that we need to understand, because once we feel like we're there now and we're in the present moment, then we are creating or manifesting or reality creation. We are doing it from a place of being there already. We're doing it from a space of whole and complete. We're doing it from a space of feeling completely grounded. We're doing it from a space of no need, want, and desire. We are just happy where we stand right now. And from that energy, we can create more of that. And we're not allowing the matrix to decide what we want, what we need, what we desire. We're doing it from this presence place, the God level awareness. We're allowing our higher selves to flow through us and creating our reality that way. So in other words, what I'm saying here is to stop working on yourself from lack. Stop trying to create your reality from lack. Embrace this concept and really, really master it, and it will transform your reality. Now, if you would like to join my Reality Mastery Challenge, where we support you in keeping you accountable to doing this, keeping you accountable to your goals, so that you can be consistent in your life, in your career, in your business over the long run, and create your 2.0 reality, then the link's going to be below in the description. If you suffer from procrastination and lack of consistency, this is for you. Links below in the description. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.